When I was alerted that I was accepted into the Biennale, I was just amazed. I was thrilled, and I didn't quite understand if I was going to be an exhibiting artist or just be online, but both of them were very thrilling to me. And then I got in, so I was tickled, very happy. So I do figurative ceramic sculpture. Well, there are various different scales. I make the work in some very big pieces, some life-size, and some very small. And each different scale makes you feel a little differently when you look at the artwork. But when I use the life-size scale, I really want to have a one-to-one relationship with the viewer, as if it's human to human. So I try to do work that's very personal, psychological, and often spiritual to me. And find a way to describe my situation in a visual metaphor. I think the meaning of my artwork is about showing the human condition in a very raw, very real, honest way. So I choose characters that are vulnerable and that you can't help but try to empathize with. Those are the figures that I gravitate to. So it's the people that are of older generations or younger or somehow marginalized by society. But really it's the vulnerability in the human condition that is very attractive to me. So tips to enjoy my artwork. I think the best way to enjoy it is to try not to look at it from the outside externally, from the outside in, but from the inside to the inside, so that you feel. So I think the best way to enjoy it is to actually feel the work, feel the emotions, and try to imagine the narrative, the story that's going on, and sort of make it your own, sort of take it to where you would like to take it. Because I always have an idea, pretty strong idea of what I'm doing and what the narrative is. But that's only the beginning. The viewer, I hope, will sort of put it into their own narrative and make it. But you just have to start with just what's your emotional connection to the work. My future plans in my studio are to keep going, maybe with life-size full figures, but probably with oversized busts, so very, very large heads. I want to do great big heads, and because I guess I want the confrontation to the public. I want the public to be confronted, where their entire viewing is taken over by these large faces. And so I want to do that for a little while, and then after that I'm not sure. I was a two-dimensional artist at first, so all I did really was drawing and painting in college, and then I went from that to bas-relief clay sculpture to only be viewed on the wall. But it was so pretty much two-dimensional, and I did that for 18 years after graduate school. And then one day I couldn't stand it anymore, and I had to see if I could realize these characters three-dimensionally. And I remember the first one. It was a bust. And it scared me. I was like, but it was so thrilling. And at the same time, it was scary. It's like, oh my God, I have to do this. I can address that question better if it's a figurative artist, because if you're an artist that's sort of more abstract, or I just say research what you're trying, research other artists that are working in the same mode, and draw a lot. But if I'm talking to people who are figurative, I would say to study anatomy, because it will always show if you don't quite know your anatomy. It will always show, and it will distract the viewer from what the content is, and that can work against you as an artist. So I feel that would be, that's kind of your homework in a way, is to get pretty savvy about what's going on with the human form so you can communicate your whole idea. I haven't seen earlier biennales, but this is a superb show, and I'm honored to be in it and included in it, and I think the level of the work is very, very good. So I just think it's in an incredibly beautiful museum. And everyone I've had anything to do with here, all the staff and everyone in every level has been incredibly kind and helpful. And so I just say thank you.